Hey guys, this is going to be the last video for the staff seminar for succ. Is what we're going to be discussing. Just as a heads up, I am still learning this class and improving and reviewing my own VODs and trying to improve upon those. So not all the information will be here in this video, but I will give you the knowledge that I do have and try to keep it as basic as possible. If you do learn some new tips or things like that, don't hesitate to share that, because I could definitely obviously benefit from it. Mainly just going to talk about protections like super armor rotations, positioning, and obviously pre-buffing. Also make note that we don't have Sage memory anymore, but a big part of our kit is going to be the prime elemental flow that allows us to use abilities quickly without having the cast animation, or should I say like the buffer bar. That doesn't work as a keybind like Meteor here. I have to actually input it with down LB, R, and B. If I do it from the hotkey, it's not going to work with that skill at all. So keep that in mind. But when we talk about engaging and positioning, our teleports are separate, and then we also have a third movement skill. Well, I guess two more technically. We have evade, and then we have Earth's response. And using those along with our teleports will keep us mobile, keep us moving around their ball, which would make it hard to target, hard to grab, and still being able to get our high burst combos out and effective damage, and then getting out safely. So usually what I do is I'm looking just to teleport once. I will do a voltaic and a frigid fog. Then I'm going to go ahead and do an earth evade into an earth response to cancel that, so I stay in protection. The earth evade, if you see the buffer bar when the staff touches the ground, you're going to get CC'd. It's not full protection, so I cancel it with earth response. Okay, after earth response, I'll usually do an equilibrium break and then into my rebomb heal. And then you can also do a voltaic if you'd like, and then get out. Go ahead and use that TP out. Simple combos like that just to keep your movement high. If you want to continue fighting, you can obviously TP forward and keep throwing through different skills and things of that nature. This is a good skill that you can use in rotation as well. Residual Lightning combo 3 is super armor. Press it. Has some good range to it as well, but you can use it in front of someone if you need an extra super armor. Obviously, we don't have the Frigid Fog like we normally would use in Awakened Wiz. We're going to use that combo as Voltaic first and then Frigid Fog as soon as we engage. Do not use Frigid Fog first. We're going to use Voltaic, then Frigid Fog. If you want to know why we're doing those, just PM and ask me. I don't want to go into great detail in here, but anyone who uses Frigid Fog first is incorrect. The combo is Voltaic, then Frigid Fog. So for as far as pre-buffing, obviously we want to use Spell Shield here, especially with our allies. We want Spellbound Heart, and that will help us with our mana shield to keep our mana up. Our E buff does not have the share with homies buffs that Awakened Witch Wiz does. So while you should be using this on engage, it's not absolutely crucial that you use it with your friends and in front of your friends. So like I said before, a simple combo is just be TPing forward, blowing a load, adjusting here to the back, blowing more. Obviously camera's kind of fucked up here, but you can keep on teleporting, and then obviously earth evade is going to be on a 3-second cooldown, or 4, one of those two. It's very small. 3-second, yeah. I also have crit buff and PvP attack on those, so keeping that buff refreshed and keeping yourself mobile inside the ball and moving, changing locations can increase your damage output and also keep you safe. So keep that in mind. Obviously you should be using Meteor often. Meteor is a great skill for range CC and high damage. So I use that. Also, we don't have an S block, so holding Meteor is something that you can definitely do. It does drain stamina, but that can keep you protected when you need an S block of some sorts. Also, the other one would be Prime Lightning Storm High Voltage. It has a forward guard, so you can press the hotkey and then hold R and B, and you can sit here and just hold it for a while, and this is a frontal guard for you. It does eventually end up casting, so you got to watch out for that. You cannot hold it forever, and you cannot hold it from 100 to 0 stamina. It's roughly the time it takes you to go from 100 to 50, whatever that time frame is. That's roughly how long you can hold that. Once again, Meteor, you sit here. This is the frontal guard, and you can just sit here and drain your entire mana with it. It does not become super armor until you start casting it down. Now we're in super armor, and then now we're unprotected. So keep that in mind in your neutral game if you're trying not to get poked out or CC'd. Use Meteor, or once again, use High Voltage. Those are great skills. Both of them do incredible damage too, so it's definitely worth it to use them for damage, but also to keep yourself safe. Also, when PA is called, you're already in non-awake, so there's no need to transition between awakening and non-awakening. Keep that in mind. And then once again, when I talk about Earthquake Evade, you see that buffer bar, that can get you CC'd. So the best thing to do is to be cancel it with Earth Evade here. I'm sorry, not Earth Evade, but Earth Response there. You can cancel it at the end, or you can cancel it with the Equilibrium Break. I'll show you what it kind of looks like here. So we're going to evade into Equilibrium Break, just like that. And we stay 100% protected, super armor, into a forward guard. And it works just the same way with Earth Evade as well. Alright, so if you guys have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to ask. One thing I do want to kind of go over is show you what I mean by staying mobile and getting that damage out. So I'm going to show you two different clips of me kind of learning and kind of growing as a player and Node Wars. So here you can see me kind of poking out and getting some damage out. They obviously don't see me behind that. I go in and I throw my burst down. However, I stay way too long, and you can kind of, I don't know why it kind of pulled me out there, but you see I stayed way too long. I tried to cast 4 skills without ever moving, which is just a big no-no. I should have casted 2, maybe 3, and then gotten out. If I had done Frigid Fog Voltaic, and then, so you can see here, I go in, I cast Frigid Fog and Voltaic, I should immediately gotten and put myself with the back to those fences there. I could have continued, done more damage, and killed more there, rather than just dying to I think it was a striker that just got up and grabbed me there. Or I even could have done one more skill and just moved right here. The fact that I tried to do 4 is just a big no-no and a mess up on my part. You can kind of see me improve here. We'll skip ahead. So I throw a meteor, I get a CC in, cast some skills, Voltaic and Frigid Fog. I move and immediately do my Rabomb, cast the SA Lightning, move, go into Frigid, sorry, that was Voltaic into Equilibrium Break, and then I do Earth Evade and then get out. So once again, you can kind of see the mobility is a lot higher there. I still get plenty of kills, and I'm able to stay mobile and safe. Obviously this isn't perfect. I still have a lot to improve on as a player, but this is much better improvement from what I was doing in the last clip, where I just stood still forever and tried to blow my entire load rather than staying mobile and getting out safely. So hopefully that helps you guys in the concepts of how to play the class, stay safe, stay mobile, and getting as much damage as you possibly can, and then also getting out. Once again, usually I do a TP, Frigid Fog, and I'm sorry, I used a TP and then do Voltaic, Frigid Fog, then I do an Earth Evade into a Earth Response, cancel that. You can then do the Rabomb or Equilibrium Break, and then you either are going to use your second TP to get out or to push forward and get more kills. And if you want, you can always throw in your SA Lightning skill here, or use your forward guard Lightning skill there. Alright, once again, hit me up if you have any questions. You guys have a great night.